Dr. Pat Bishop's work to prevent catastrophic injuries in sports and recreational activities spans over 30 years. A specialist in impact biomechanics, which applies the laws of physics to how the human body reacts to impact or stress loading. Dr. Bishop taught at the University of Waterloo, volunteered on the Canadian Standards Association and International Standards Organization, and has found time to coach amateur hockey for 25 years. His dedicated work has had a direct effect on today's hockey helmets and face masks, bicycle helmets, and squash and racquetball eye protection.
Pat has focused on the three major areas of catastrophic injury: the eyes, the brain, and the spine. We on the Pashby Advisory Committee have found his contributions to be truly outstanding. He is a very worthy first winner of this award.
Unfortunately, some catastrophic injuries still occur. What does Dr. Bishop see as the main cause?
I think there's a lack of respect. Players don't respect their opponents. They don't respect themselves and are quite willing to take all kinds of risks. And as well, they don't respect the rules and the nature of the game. And as a result, we get these catastrophic injuries continuing. The lack of respect in professional hockey, I think, stems partly from the macho attitude that players have around the game. First of all, the notion that for every perceived wrong or every little check, there has to be some level of payback. And the second thing is that if a player wears a visor, for example, that player is perceived to be somewhat less of a person.
So how do we inject more respect into sports like hockey?
I think we have to educate the players, their parents, administrators, coaches, virtually everybody involved in youth sport about the dangers associated with the particular games that they're playing. I think players need to learn that their equipment isn't going to protect them from every virtual injury, that it's there for a reason and it doesn't give them impunity. They can't play with reckless abandon. They have to learn to play under control.
Therese Brisson, a captain of Canada's national women's hockey team and Pashby Advisory Committee member, knows the value of reducing catastrophic injury risks.
Head, eye, and spinal injuries are serious injuries that can leave the victim with permanent deficits. So I really appreciate the work that Pat Bishop's doing to help educate all the participants of sport, the players, the athletes, the coaches, and especially the parents about safety and respect. I speak from experience. I had a serious concussion that kept me away from hockey for 3 months during an Olympic year. So I really appreciate the work of Dr. Bishop and all the others that help make sport fun and safe.
Parents have to realize that the game should be fun and should be a game in which their kids are safe. They should not be encouraging their children to try to play like professional hockey players in the sense of the risks and so on that they take. They should be encouraging their child to play at the highest level possible, and yet within the rules of the game, and to make sure that the fun aspect is still there.
Football great and Canada's Sports Hall of Fame member Russ Jackson knows all about the rough and tumble of sports.
In contact sports like football and hockey, parents know that bumps and bruises and even the odd broken bone are possible. But no parent wants a child to be exposed or have a catastrophic injury to their eyes, their spine, or their brain. I hope the publicity, the great work of Pashby Award winner Pat Bishop will make everybody in sports understand the requirement and the necessity to prevent catastrophic injuries. And I hope that it will inspire other people to come up with new ideas, new methods to minimize these risks.
The first winner of the Pashby Safety Award, Dr. Pat Bishop of Waterloo, Ontario, receives a check for $10,000 and a replica of the Pashby Award, which is housed in Canada's Sports Hall of Fame.